Former champion Kamaru Usman has taken some serious shots at the newly crowned welterweight king Belal Muhammad, and trust me, the clapback is real. Belal Muhammad shocked the world when he dethroned Leon Edwards to become the UFC welterweight champion in a thrilling main event at UFC 304 on July 27th. But being the champ isn't just about holding the belt, it's about having a target on your back, and Muhammad is learning that fast. Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight title holder who once reigned supreme over the division, couldn't resist taking a jab at Muhammad. Usman took to social media to express his thoughts on the new champ. Usman referred to Muhammad as a bum, saying, "Alright, enough of the nice guy. You were never chasing me, bum. You were barely in rankings when I dominated the division. FYI, I have a win over Leon's son." Clearly, Usman isn't ready to let the new champ have his moment without stirring the pot. He reminds everyone that while Muhammad was climbing the ranks, Usman was busy dominating the division. Belal Muhammad wasn't about to let Usman's comments slide. He quickly fired back, and his response was as brutal as it was direct. Muhammad took aim at Usman's legacy, his podcast, and even his acting career, with a scathing reply. "Dominated the division? You beat Masvidal twice and went to a cardio kickboxing war with Colby twice. Colby sucks. You were protected by the UFC. Now you can barely walk. Your podcast sucks. And your part in Black Panther sucked." Muhammad's response not only targeted Usman's fight history, but also mocked his recent ventures outside the octagon. Now, let's talk about Kamaru Usman's recent form. The former champ last stepped into the octagon at UFC 294 in October 2023, where he faced Khamzat Chimaev in a middleweight bout. Despite taking the fight on just 10 days' notice, Usman managed to push Chimaev to a majority decision, though he ultimately fell short. This marked Usman's third consecutive loss, a tough pill to swallow for the once dominant welterweight. But, as the saying goes, a wounded lion is still a lion, and Usman could very well be eyeing a future clash with Muhammad, hoping to reclaim some of his lost glory. In a recent interview with TMZ, Belal Muhammad opened up about the state of the welterweight division and his potential opponents. When asked about who's next, Muhammad didn't shy away from naming the big dogs.
I mean, when I look at the division, obviously like the guy that's the highest ranked is Shavkat, and he's the boogeyman of the division, so that one makes sense. But I mean, there's also Usman right there as well. I know he's on a losing streak, but legacy-wise, he was the guy that Dana White said is better than all the other champions. Dana White said he's better than GSP. So for me, it's like he looked good in the Hamzat fight, and he took that fight on a couple days' notice. He was like chirping with me a little bit on Twitter, so I'm like, bro, there's not a clear number one contender when you look at it. Like Shavkat's undefeated, but it's like he beat Wonder Boy, and I beat Wonder Boy, and I still had to win 4 more fights after that. So there's nobody out there that I'm looking at it like, oh man, he's for sure certain for it. But either one of those two guys' names. But like I said, man,
it's clear that despite the back-and-forth trash talk, Muhammad still respects Usman's legacy and sees him as a significant challenge in the division. So, what do you think, fight fans? Could we see Kamaru Usman and Belal Muhammad face off in the octagon? And who do you think would come out on top if they do? Subscribe to our channel for daily MMA coverage.